Ever since Marvel Rivals dropped in 2024, people have tried to figure out who the best character is. For support, you've always been able to count on Luna. Tanks, it's always been Strange, Venom, and Magneto, but the class with the most nuance has always been DPS. Many names have been thrown around for who the best character is. Winter Soldier, Psylocke, Hela, etc. However, there is one name so horrifying it is only spoken about behind closed doors. His name is...
Hey, you know what? There's another name you might know me by. Star-Lord.
Who?
Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw. Guys,
Move!
I'll forget this.
Legendary!
Yep, that's right. Star-Lord is easily one of the most slept on DPSs in the entire game. He's got some crazy movement tech, great kill power, and one of the best ults in the game. Now, to explain Star-Lord simply, he is a flank character to the extreme. Your actual genuine job is to be an asshole. I am not kidding. Be a nuisance to the enemy team. Your job is to be a distraction aiding your team in pushes. Your general gameplay cycle will be to play on the flank routes and look for an opening to pick off some players. Sounds simple enough, right? Wrong! Look, you can't just jump in there with your dick hanging out, you need a plan. Now, Star-Lord is a very fragile character, and if you don't play him correctly when going for picks, you will die. Over and over and over again. Now, if you play him correctly, you will become a being so powerful that everyone must respect you and your flank route. And by respect, I mean you'll get hate messages, but that means you're doing your job correctly. But Kian, how do I play Star-Lord well? And how are you so handsome? And how are you so rich? Well, fine viewer, let me teach you the ways. The ways of the Star-Lord. Okay, so the first piece of information I need everyone to understand is that Star-Lord, while fragile, is also... Which is a little contradictory, I know, but trust me, it ends up making sense. And it all comes down to understanding his kit and how it is used to give Star-Lord some of the best survivability in the game. The first thing you have to learn is that your jet boots are your new best friend. The amount of situations this will save you from are genuinely incredible. When you activate them, you have the ability to move in 4 directions: up, down, left, and right. Simple enough. However, there is one key thing you must learn how to do, and it is an extremely important piece of Star-Lord's movement. When you first start moving, aim towards one direction, and then as you let go of the button, snap to another direction to strafe to that side. This is Star-Lord's main juke, and is an extremely useful tool in Star-Lord's survivability. Not only are you naturally harder to hit when in the air, but moving unpredictably just helps all the more. Your next ability is your dodge ability, and this is arguably just as useful. With a single click of a button, you are given invincibility for half a second, you reload your guns, you're given 25 shield, and are able to quickly move to another area. This is something that if you can really begin to nail in some combos will make you almost impossible to kill. The main thing you should focus on with this is its invulnerability. If you can really learn to master that timing, you can survive literally anything while you're in that half-second window. A good clip showing off how his movement keeps him alive is this one here. Here I'm playing on the flank, but since I'm, ass and can't hit a shot, their whole team comes running after me. And with the combination of Star-Lord's dodges and his movement, I'm able to dodge their attacks on 6 health, narrowly escaping. I seriously recommend going into training mode and just practicing flying around juking a target, but don't forget to also learn how to aim at it. Once you have his basic movement down, you can truly begin to play him. Not only does Star-Lord have great movement, but he has fantastic kill power. he has a crazy high damage potential, allowing you to, assuming you hit all your shots, delete someone in mere seconds. Now, to get good at aiming with Star-Lord, you need two things. 1. Just play him. Sure, you can do aim trainers and such and yada yada yada, but that's boring. Go into quick play and just play him. And tip number 2, meticulously count sheep. No, I'm not kidding. Get some sleep. This is not some bit, this is not some joke, I'm being serious. Sleep is a huge part of your ability to not only play the character, but a big part in your aiming in general. The other piece in Star-Lord's kill power, and arguably one of the most important, is his ability called Blaster Barrage. This ability makes it so you start shooting in circles, dealing a fairly high amount of damage. This ability is the key to winning basically every single 1v1, and is going to be in almost every combo that you do. Generally, when you use it, you move in, deal some damage, and then use it to finish off your enemy. Once you understand the basics of his damaging moves, you can start learning some combos. And, honestly, they're all pretty simple and stem from the same thing. Find someone you want to kill, clip dump, dodge, don't forget that reloads your gun, clip dump, dodge, and if he still isn't dead, use your Blaster Barrage to finish him off. Okay, do you understand? No? Okay, let me see if I can explain this in a better way. You know wasps, right? Exactly, those little yellow assholes. Think of a human versus a wasp. A human has to locate, get ready to swat at it, and try and kill it. But the wasp is quick and agile, easily able to dodge the human's attacks and get a sting in. The wasp, however, can't get too close, as the human can easily swat at it once it lands on him. But as long as it goes at it in cycles, biting in between, it will win. This is what you need to do in 1v1s. Be the wasp. When fighting someone, get close. Like real close. Not too close as to immediately get clapped, but close enough that they have to look around to actually aim at you. Your character is a 1v1 demon. You are literally built for it. If you can disorient your enemy, you will have a very good chance of winning. This is sort of the basis for how you should approach fights as Star-Lord. Do not forget, you are not a character who can take on several people at once, at least not without a certain legendary thing. Speaking of a certain legendary thing, Star-Lord's ultimate. What is his ultimate, you may ask? Well, it's this carefully crafted, all-powerful, super amazing aim hex. And fly hex. When you use it, you are granted flight and perfect aim, allowing you to easily pick off several people at once. It's pretty simple to use and can be hard to counter. You want to kind of use it on the flank, but not, if that makes sense. Try to surprise your enemies. Go on the side, look for at least 2 to 3 people to try and single out, and then pop your ult. Now, something important is you want to try and be within a healer's range, as popping ult is essentially equal to taping medium rare ribeye steaks to your chest and walking into a cave with a hungry pack of wolves. Pop when it's least expected. If someone wants to counter your ult, it's not that hard. Basically, any healer's support ult will nullify all the damage you can do, and Magneto's ult stops you. There is a lot. Essentially, pop when people aren't focused on you. That's how you'll get the most out of it. Now, for who you should focus during the ults, go for supports. Yeah, sure, you can go for DPS or tank or whatever, but taking out the supports will always have more of an effect than taking out the DPS. Just go for picks and you'll be alright. This is Star-Lord's method of completely turning a fight in his favor, as his ult's presence alone does a lot. You can actually try to play mind games with your opponent. If the enemy team is reading you like an open book and you're not getting anything offensive done with it, you can just use it defensively. You can force the enemy supports to pop their ults. When they hear the forbidden battle cry uttered across the battlefield, they know that they have to pop ult. Because if they don't, their whole team can easily be dismantled by a flying Chris Pratt. Forcing supports to pop their ults is an underrated part of his ultimate, so don't forget that you have that ability. An important tip I can give you regarding Star-Lord's ult is that during his ult, his reload speed is the exact same as using Stellar Shift to reload. This means that you can save your dodges to, well, dodge. As I stated earlier, popping ult basically puts a flashing sign saying shoot me above your head, so having the ability to dodge some damage is crucial in staying alive during it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here is Star-Lord's general gameplay loop and some positioning things. Let me explain some topics and then I'll put something together to help you guys understand it. As I stated earlier, you are a flank character through and through. Your movement, your kit, and your ultimate are all amplified when you're flanking, so please try your best to stay on the flank as much as possible. Star-Lord is actually quite an independent character and doesn't rely on healers as much. A huge part of his independence is knowing where the health packs are on each map. These things are incredibly important for Star-Lord's self-sustainability. Not only is the instant healing just useful in of itself, but it can be used to your advantage when getting chased. If you're doing your thing, flanking, pissing off supports, or whatever the hell this is, you're going to have some people start chasing you. This is where the health packs come in. When you know someone is going to start chasing you, try leading them into an area with a health pack. Once you have them there, not only are you in a secluded place in a 1v1 with someone, an area in which you already have a heavy advantage, you now have the potential get out of jail free card sitting right behind you. Playing your health packs on your general cycle will benefit you greatly, so I really do recommend it. Now, if you're in a situation in which you know you can't win, just, run away. You can pick your fights. If you've ever played Scout in TF2, you'll know what I mean. Your movement gives you the ability to look at a situation and decipher whether or not you're going to come out with a pick or burning in a pit. It's something that I don't hear enough people talking about when it comes to Star-Lord, and it's some good advice. Alright, now that I've explained those things, I'm going to give you guys a quick guide on his gameplay loop. 1. Go on the flank route. Simple enough. 2nd, look for picks. Primarily supports who you're eyeing up, but you can go for DPS. 3. Attempt to get your picks. 4. Now, regardless of whether or not you got those picks, you want to move back into the flank route, ideally near a health pack if anyone comes after you. 5. Profit. Yeah, that kind of sums up his entire gameplay loop in a neat little bow. Your role in the entirety of the game is to be that little cherry on top. Generally, you won't be on the front lines, you're going to be kind of moving around the side, looking for little places to attack. Kind of like that wasp analogy I made earlier. In the context of the fight, you are like salt to a steak. Like lube to Toy Chica. Alright, video done. I sort of experimented with a different style, so I really hope you all liked it. Also, if you guys have any other characters you'd like me to cover, please tell me in the comments. I'm always looking for more video ideas. Anyways, please subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you.